In today's video, Lynzee and I talk about some of our favorite goth-related things of 2025.
Yeah, we're going to talk about music, concerts, we're going to get into some movies. It's going to be fun.
So stick around to find out more. Greetings, spooky people. Welcome to Project Raven. In today's video, we have something a little special for you, kind of like a year-end review of some of the things that are goth or goth-adjacent related that we thought was the best, or just some noteworthy news from the scene. A lot has gone on this year. Of course, let's start with music, because that's what the subculture is based on. So
Indeed.
Yeah, so we're going to pick our favorite album that we've listened to of the year. There's a ton more stuff out there. This is just of the stuff that we had the chance to listen to. We're going to try to listen to more stuff next year. But for this year, yeah, Lynzee, so what was your favorite new album?
My favorite album of the year was Null by Assemblage 23.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm really excited about this one. It's been too long, and they're back in top form. We got to even hear a little preview before the album dropped earlier this year. It was wonderful. I would also like to talk about B&B Nation's Construct. That came pretty close. I like that album a heck of a lot. It's just starts a little rough, but it's real good. We plan on doing a review of that down the road.
We do. Yep. We definitely do. So very good choices, of course.
Yeah, and I have to squeak in and say that Wet Leg's album Moisturizer was great. Not exactly goth, but if you like, kind of indie pop rock, just check that out too.
Cool. Great. Good suggestions. Us having similar taste in music, mine were, so I'm going to have to pick Assemblage 23 album. It was, got it on CD and vinyl. It was amazing. It was amazing song, beginning to end. We do plan on doing a full review of this, so this isn't that. It's just saying that Tom did an amazing job, as always, on this, and it was cool to hear a sneak preview at the Assemblage 23 concert that we went to this year. But the whole album's out now, and absolutely best one. My favorite of the year. I have a couple runners up too, of course. Like Lynzee said, V&V Nation, huge fans of them. We are going to do a review, but we're going to wait because this is actually just half of the project that they're doing. It's a construct and deconstruct. It's a light and dark theme, so I think it'd be better to wait till the other half is out to fully review.
Yeah, I agree.
To review it as it works. But yeah, like you said, there's some amazing stuff. There's one song on here that will make me cry every time I hear it. It's so beautiful, but yeah, we'll get into the full review later. So this was a runner-up, and then of course, my favorite band ever, the Birthday Massacre. This is another runner-up for me. They're just so special to me, but just know edged it out a little bit for me, and they're both amazing bands. So any of these three albums, you're not going to go wrong buying any of these. But
oh yeah, I might even go as far as to say Sleep Tonight is from the Birthday Massacre is probably my favorite song of the year.
I would agree. That's my favorite song of the year too.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
It's incredible. It's one of their top tier songs. And it's great when a band that's been around for so long can still put out stuff that is on par with what they've done before, and they have such an incredible legacy.
Yeah, for sure. That song, they opened Dark Force with that, and the concert we went to here in Detroit.
Yeah.
That song will get you going. It's amazing. This one we did do a review on, so check out the video on that if you want to know more about that. Great year for music. There's plenty more coming. There's also some other noteworthy music things. We're gonna do another video on it. But Jack Off Joe, believe it or not, released a re-release of one of their albums, remastered and stuff, but we'll talk more about that later.
That's my favorite band.
Yeah, that's one of our A tier, or S tier, I guess, as the kids call it, S tier bands. So more on that later, but that's it. Wanted to start with music because that's what the subculture is founded on. So that's our picks for music. So what is our next category?
We kind of get into my territory.
Yes.
Because I am a major cinephile. And kind of wanted to do the movie of the year, and I would say as far as as pertaining to goth, there's not, generally speaking, a huge amount of stuff that taps into that or really discusses the culture. It's pretty rare. I mean, usually, I guess you go with horror movies mostly. I think that Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro, his version, that's probably going to be your main go-to for a goth movie this year. It's really good. I mean, pretty big fan of Guillermo. He doesn't really miss. Very close adaptation of the novel with some changes, as you got to do, and with like Mia Goth in one of the main roles. So I say check it out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we saw it in theaters. It was really good. Good movie for sure.
I also want to shout out, well, my favorite movie overall of the year, and I guess it kind of pertains, is the film is called The Ugly Stepsister. It's Norwegian horror film by a female director that I'm not super familiar with, but I think we'll see more from her. And it's kind of a retelling of Cinderella in kind of this body horror mold where, you know, in the story of Cinderella, the stepsisters try very hard to get the prince's attention. Well, we get to see that in all of its gory detail. And it's, I would say, a remarkably feminist film. And you should check that one out if you can deal with subtitles. There's also, I think, an English dub version available on Shudder. So that's, if you don't want to read, there you go.
No, solid picks. Yeah, no, that's how I get with movies, even though I'm trying to be better about that. But no, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to read. But very good picks.
I'd like to make movies more part of the podcast going forward, so expect that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we got plenty of ideas in the works. So for me, it's going to have to be the same movie because we didn't see many other ones, like you said, that pertain to our subculture. And this is the closest thing that did. It was shot, the cinematography on it was gorgeous. I have a thing where I think most movies are too long. This one falls into that category, but other than that, that's my only critique of it. Otherwise, it was fantastic. I'll definitely watch it again. Now we can watch it at home.
Yeah.
It'd be good. Even though so I'm going to cheat and have one that's not technically goth either, since you mentioned horror movies. Final Destination, the new one. Bloodlines. That was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing in theaters, and we got it on UHD Blu-ray. We're gonna, so we can watch it on our home theater system. I love that movie. It's so good, and I love the whole series of those movies. So definitely recommend those. But pertaining to 2025, that would be my secondary pick. And that was 2025, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Time flies. Next up, what do we have here?
The favorite festival of the year. And we went to a few. We went to a few music festivals, and we went to a few other festivals as well. It'd be impossible to pick anything but Dark Forest Fest for us, I think, because that was like a 3-day music festival. We traveled halfway across the country to get there, and it was just like to live in the culture so fully for like 3 days. It's a rare opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel at home, but you're like, these are my people, even though you don't know most of the people there, you just feel welcomed and loved and supported and amazing, yeah. Yeah, so probably no surprise I picked Dark Forest Festival because it's not only from the festival standpoint, it was like an amazing trip for both of us, and they had like the perfect lineup. It was just meant to be our first one, really. It was just amazing. So Dark Forest would be my pick also. A couple other things we did that were kind of cool and worth mentioning that were runners-up was the Oddity Expo in Detroit. You got like something cool there.
There's a possum skull.
Yes.
If anyone who knows me, I love possums.
Yeah, possums are her thing. So that was really cool. That was large. It was a little overwhelming, but it was really cool. Yeah. It was cool. And then another thing was something called Frankenfest in Port Huron, Michigan. They also do one in Detroit. That was different. It was kind of cool. It was a little different than I was expecting it to be, but Port Huron's beautiful, and I had a good time. Yeah.
That was great. I want to shout out to Cat's Fixation as the other music festival we went to.
Yeah.
and I had a ball with that, even though like it was less than a week after Dark Force, so it was, we were exhausted from all of our adventures that we went on, which we'll talk more about, but that was also like really worth seeing, and I hope they do another one again. It's for a great cause. And
exactly. That's where we actually heard one of the preview songs from Assemblage 23, and that was like, I was like, what is this song? This is a new one. I was like, this is where like the first people publicly to hear this, and this, you know, it was like kind of really cool. No, that's always good. We had fun. We went last year, the previous year too, which was good. So
yeah,
it's a great little festival in the Detroit area. So favorite concert of the year. So we didn't think it'd be fair to pick any Dark Force concert because that's like 30 concerts in 3 days.
Kinda, yeah.
So this is like a separate one from that. And personally for me, I went with the Birthday Massacre at Smalls, mainly because we got to meet them and hang out with them, and you got me to literally front row, like right against the stage, and you could almost touch them. It's like, that was a really amazing experience for me. You should watch the video on that. We did a video on that. It's amazing. That would be my
I believe
pick.
that was in March.
I think it was. Yeah, it was in the colder months, but that was really good. My runner-up would be Suicide Commando at Necto, because we went, that's our first time at Necto. We're going to talk about that too a little bit more here, but they just put on a hell of a show. I mean, it's hard to pick between those two.
I mean, yeah, those are both great choices. I kind of loved both of those. Actually saw 8 different concerts this year, of which 2 of them were festivals. And I'm trying not to pick the festivals, though seeing Assemblage 23 and Ego Likeness and meeting, you know, Tom and Donna was like amazing. So I try not to do that. So I guess I'll go with the Suicide Commando, although I will a slight non-goth divergence and say I saw Tiny Stills in February, and that's another great concert. That was also at Smalls. Like, Smalls is kind of the place to be in Hamtramck. It's a goth bar. It plays goth and dark wave and all kinds of great music. It's just a wonderful atmosphere. We have lots of friends there, and I love it. I can't wait to go again. I think Ultra Sun's in May, so we gotta go to that.
Ultra Sun's in May, yep, exactly.
So yeah, I think Suicide Commando though, because like we'd already seen them at Dark Force. They're amazing live. You should see them live. We already put a video out about this and glow about it. It's just fun, and I hope they come back again next year. Yeah, because I definitely check them out, and being in Necto is interesting.
Yeah, anytime they're here, we'll go see them. So. They're great. So we have favorite project of the year. So this is gonna be a little different. You're gonna see Duchess pop in here for a second after Lynzee and I talk. I'm gonna try to, you know, she's got some things to say about this. So for my favorite project of the year would be there's no video on this for the channel, but we did a goth bedroom. We're working on it. A goth bedroom makeover from a completely cluttered room to this like dream goth girl bedroom. We're still working on it. Like I said, no video on it yet or anything, but it's like right before you moved into, so that was special. So to me, that was like a really special moment, and we worked on it together, and we kind of put our own, you know, style on it. So
it's black and purple, if you can even believe it.
Can you believe it? It's so weird. That is mine.
It's that one. So I'm not on that side of the video as much, but I agree, like, because I got to take part in that one. So that was a great project, and maybe I'll take part in more in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we still have some finishing touches to do in the bedroom, so once it's done, maybe we'll show you. So that is ours. So now you're gonna see a little clip from Duchess on here talking about our favorite one together. So Lynzee and I will be back after that. All right, hello Duchess.
Hey!
Got to do our little year-end wrap-up here. So I got a couple things to talk about. So the first one is our favorite project of the year. So the favorite project we worked on together. So my pick, and I suspect yours too, is when you visited and we did the mirror and we did the light for the house, for the bedroom.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing that we've done together. And we actually did it in person instead of doing our normal online videos like we normally do. You were actually here, so that was really special to me and pretty much my favorite project that we've done together, even though we've done some remote, you know. Yeah.
100%, because we were together. We got to do it. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to do things via, or remotely via internet, but like being in person, that was the highlight of my year.
Yeah, it was very special. Yeah, for sure. So that is my favorite project of the year. So Duchess, what was your favorite project of the year?
That one, obviously, because we were together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of my entire year.
Yeah, I know, right? It was amazing. It was a high point in my year too. So, because I didn't get to see as much as in person, so it was good.
Hopefully more soon.
Hopefully more soon. That's the goal, right? So that was a unanimous vote there. That's good. All right, so we're back, and that brings us to favorite clothing item. So for me, I'm wearing it right now. I always wanted a cute latex outfit. And while we're at Dark Force, we met someone who made some really beautiful latex stuff there. It's Phoenix latex. So I just obsessed with this. It's black and purple. I think I picked up the skirt there and she didn't have the top and she had to make it for me. Or no, it was the other way around. I picked up the top there and they didn't have the skirt in my size. So she actually custom made one for me, no extra charge, the same pattern to match the top. Fits perfect and it's way more comfortable than you'd think. I mean, and she actually puts pockets in the latex skirts. Isn't that crazy? Like a practical latex item, well, somewhat practical. Latex item, top quality work. We don't have a video on this yet, but I do want to do a review give it a proper review, but by far the favorite clothing item I got all year. So stay tuned to find out more about Phoenix latex. I know you like the outfit.
I mean, I love her outfit. I didn't really pick up anything all that special or extra this year. I love this outfit. It's from Shein. I'm sorry. But it's comfy and I think it looks good. Other than that, hopefully I'll get something cool next year and I can share that isn't fast fashion garbage.
Exactly. No, it's cute. It's a cute outfit. You wore it at Dark Force too.
Yeah.
So that brings us to another one. Which one are we doing next?
So we're gonna do our favorite video that we made as part of the channel in the year, which I think there was something like 10 or so.
Yeah, we did about 10.
And I was in roughly half of them. So that'll probably increase going forward. My favorite video is actually my first video that we did on the Birthday Massacre concert. Because I was pretty terrified that I wasn't gonna do very well and I wasn't gonna like it, but I had a really good time and now I look forward to when we get to do more videos together, and that was a great place to start.
No, that's a good one for sure. I love that one too. It's special because, like you said, it was our first one together, so that's a very good choice. Mine would be the Dark Force video, just because that trip was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for us. We definitely bonded more and got closer, which I didn't think was possible, but it was just an amazing trip. The trip itself was amazing together, and the bands, there's a bunch of bands we never thought we'd get to see live that we got to see, so making the video, just reminiscing about that after we got home, meant the world to me. So that's my favorite video that you and I did. Now, let's see what the favorite video Duchess and I did. So the next one is our favorite video of the year. So it can be any video we did together, but this is going to sound redundant, but I'm going to pick our Goth DIY light globe and mirror refurbishing project, which is the one we did in person, just like we just talked about. Just because, doing the Goth Beauty unboxings are fun. I really love doing those and everything, but having you here and we're actually working together on a project and just doing the video about that was really special. So that was my pick for the favorite video of the year for you and I.
100%. Again, same. You know I love my DIY stuff. It's my favorite videos that we could do. And doing it together, obviously, couldn't beat that.
Yeah, for sure. I figured that would be your favorite video of the year too.
Yeah, I mean, I do love the beauty boxes. I do, and, you know, but that's just, nothing beats DIY.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
right?
crafts
In person.
and me.
Exactly. Yeah. So someday more of those in person. So,
Very soon.
yes. All right. So now we are back. Favorite memorable moment. So doesn't necessarily have to be something we did a video on. Just something related to the subculture. What would you think yours would be?
I have to go with Dark Forest. Our trip, but like the concert itself, yes, and that was amazing. Hopefully not once in a lifetime. I'd like to go again. But so far, one of probably the highlight of like any concert festival that I've been to. But also like for us, we live in Michigan, and the festival is in New Jersey, so that is roughly 10-11 hour drive out there. And we explored on the way out and back. We went and saw waterfall. We went and saw an abandoned turnpike tunnel in Pennsylvania. That was really cool. We checked out some cool stores. Like we had a day where we hung out in Philly, which I had never really done. It was a 3-day concert festival, but the whole thing was like a week or so, and that was it was incredible. It was probably, I'd say 2025, you know, I know for a lot of people, rough year, and I get it. Me, probably my favorite year that I've had, and that was a big part of the reason why.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is going to sound redundant because I keep mentioning Dark Forest, but like you said, that was a trip of a lifetime. That was really amazing. Like you said, we did some side adventures. Turnpike Tunnel is one of my favorite things. That's just such an obscure, I love abandoned infrastructure, and that's one of my interests, and it's to get to see that. And was a little, we thought, oh, we'll probably walk about a mile. Turns out it was 6 miles there and back, because the tunnel itself was a mile. It's so surreal. It's like cold and just pitch black, and it's really cool. And beautiful graffiti. If you're ever over in Pennsylvania, it's really something cool if you like that kind of thing. That's really important. And then some of you may know I have another weird hobby of collecting glass insulators. So we went and saw some of these really well-known ones that were still in use that aren't in use anywhere else in the world. Just all these little niche, fun side trips along with the main. Obviously, the festival's like. That's like 5 out of 5. It's like amazing, but the whole package made it, you know, special. And so that is ours. So now you're gonna see a little clip from Duchess on here talking about our favorite one together. So Lynzee and I will be back after that. Memorable moment of the year, like what is something that really stood out? Not necessarily just something that we did, but just in general. But the one I'm thinking of is very specifically you and I. It's our visit together, our little trip and our little adventures that we went on where you're here for a couple days, and of course the projects we just talked about. That meant the world to me to see you again. And it was really sad when you had to go home. But that was my favorite moment of the year between you and I.
100%. Same again. It's no surprise, but
Yes.
when we went antiquing was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Just
you're right,
wandering
yeah, we
around. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of antiquing, saw some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put a picture or two of us in here of that.
Oh yeah, we have some great photos.
Yeah, we did some uniquely nostalgic us things, like going to the former site of the Goth coffee bar that used to be in Grand Rapids, the Liquid Room.
The Liquid Room.
It was a really nostalgic place for us, so that was
We
cool.
took some funny pictures there, of course. Had to.
Of course we did, yes. Yeah. Antiquing, did some crafting, we did some shopping. It was a quick trip, but we got a lot done in the time you were
We did.
there.
We were very productive, even when I had a migraine.
Yeah, that's true, right? Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. We still got a lot done.
We did, yeah.
Yes. I can't wait to be back
Plenty
again.
more projects. Yes, you gotta come visit again. You will.
Soon.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else that you can think of? It's kind of you want to say about the last year or anything?
It was a good year. Better than some of the other ones in the past, but I'm looking forward to this new year too. And hopefully I'll be moving back soon.
Yes. Hopefully. Yep. Then you'll be seeing a lot of us together in person.
Yes, more project videos.
Heck yeah, I got so many project ideas and you've inspired me.
Oof.
There's like, I'm looking at
Yay.
things around the house. I'm like, that would look great with that black and silver treatment on it that we did. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later, but I got some ideas to
Yeah.
go over with you next time you're here.
Super excited.
Yes. So we're just getting down to the last couple things here. Not everything was happy and good. So some things very significant worth mentioning is if you're from Michigan, or even if you're not, you probably have heard of Leland City Club. It's the longest running goth night in the country. And
It's 1983, I've been told.
yeah, since the 80s. It's like even before I thought we were early. I got into this in 98, and it's like, it was even going before that. And it's very iconic. It's in a rundown building, or it was in the basement, and that was part of its charm. It's just-
definitely.
If it was in like a new perfect building, it wouldn't have been as special, but it was cool. Yeah, we've gone there several times together, and before we met, we both went there. But there's a bit sad news around that. The building got shut. There's a whole bunch of drama around this. You can read about it online. But that building is now closed.
Yeah, there were fundraisers to try to keep it open. There's a lot of problems with the utilities, and overall, just like, it's falling apart. It's fallen for the last few years of going to the club. There's holes in the floor. And, you know, it's seen better days. I mean, that's charming, but to some level, you wonder how they can keep staying open. Well, London, no longer. They are not able to use the building anymore. We don't know if that's permanent at this time period. They tried to save it, but the promoters, the DJs, they're running out of a club in Hamtramck, I believe, right now. All their future events, the calendar going forward. So I don't know if that's a good sign for the building. I feel like it maybe isn't, but I guess we'll have to see. I'm holding out hope for that. I'm happy it still gets to live on in some form. Like, we keep another goth night going because there's way too few. But like, to lose the building itself would be pretty tragic. I went to City Club instead of my prom.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not quite as long as some people. I started going in 2004, but that was like my life for a while, and it would make me sad. I mean, I'm already a little bit sad about it, but you know, things have to change sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's sad it won't be in that iconic building anymore, and it will never be that thing again. It's like, as somebody who is a very nostalgic person, it's very special to me, and to see it gone is really sad. I'm glad it does get to, at least for now, live on at another club, but like you said, more goth nights. We have, in Michigan, we actually, believe it or not, have 3 goth nights, which a lot of states don't even have 1, so we'd always love to see more, so we're kind of fortunate. We've got, you know, Smalls has one, and Necto has one. Necto for us is a little bit of a hike, and there's a lot involved in that. Smalls is more...
Goth night's on Monday.
Goth night's on Monday, right, yeah, so...
Sorry, we got day jobs, everybody, sorry.
Yeah, right, exactly. And Smalls is our kind of default now.
You love Smalls.
Smalls is great. Easy to park, just run over there, and it's cheap
It's
to
all
get
in
in.
the name, though. It's small.
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah, we know some people that go there, and they're really nice. It's a really nice place, but nothing will ever be City Club. So I just thought I would mention that. It's very important to us. Another cool thing we did, like, speaking of going to goth clubs, believe it or not, all these years we've been into this subculture, we've never went to Necto until this year.
Yeah. So Necto is in Ann Arbor, which some people think is near Detroit. It's not really. It's about an hour away. About an hour away from us, too. So getting out there is usually pretty tough, and it was on a Monday as well.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was able to not go to work the next day. Because that was, I mean, it was great. That was where we saw Suicide Commando.
It was. Yep.
But like, to get to see the place, yeah, that was significant for us personally, at least.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. All right. There we go. So that is our video today. Hopefully you liked it. We have plenty of things planned for 2026. Got some ambitious plans. We'll see if that happens or not. No, that's really ominous, I know. But there's plenty of things in the works, including things that make it easier for us to record things, which
Yes.
because now we have to set things up every time we do them. But more on that later. So hopefully everyone had a decent enough 2025, and be sure to say hi in the comments or put some of your favorite moments of the year.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm sure there's some things we missed. Going to try to listen to some more of those music suggestions on like Bandcamp and stuff to see, because I really enjoy doing the album reviews.
Yeah, me too.
Those are fun. So, but yeah, stick around. We got the Assemblage 23 album review coming too, but you already know what we think of it. It's amazing, but we'll be more details than that. All right, everybody. So that is the video today. But now, Lynzee and Raven must fly. See you in the next video.